Media Made Music.
What's going on, man? It's Gemini from Mid and Large.
Hey, hold on for a second. Gemini, let me set you up real quick, all right?
So, all right.
For all my listeners out there, man, we got the opportunity tonight, man, to interview a nominated Grammy Award winner that goes by the name of Gemini. And we're going to sit down with Gemini, and he's going to let us know all the things that he's doing tonight. I got AZ Chemistry with me in the building.
Hello.
And we're going to check out. Yeah. So Gemini, baby, how the industry treating you these days?
You know, I'm all good, man. God is good, man. You know, I'm still blessed, man, to be, you know, to be able to do what I need to do, man, and still put it down. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. You know, it's what it is.
That's what's up. Well, a lot of people may or may not have heard of you before, but like, tell them a little bit about your history and some of the accolades that you have, because you've been busy. You've been busy in the industry. So let the people know who we're really talking to right now.
Okay, well, you're talking to one of the original R&B kings. You know what I'm saying? You know,
be modest, please.
I mean, you say that real gangster, like, you know what I mean? You put the G in gangster when you said it like that.
You know what I'm saying? They call
Don't hold back.
They call us the heavyweight champs to R&B. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I seen a 90s group called Men at Large. You know what I'm saying? We was the biggest thing back in the day. I mean, literally the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, as far as the industry, you know, we discovered by Gerald Levert, man. You know, so I come from the camp of the Levert family, the OJs. Back then, at the whole camp was OJ's, Levert, Keith Sweat, Drama, one of the girls, the Rude Boys. All of us come from that same little clique at the same time, man. So you know, it's that's what that's where I hail from. That's where I reign from. You know what I'm saying? You know,
yes.
You know, one of the original R&B, you know, heavyweight champs. You know what I'm saying? Still heavyweight, and I'm still a champ. You know what I'm saying? So,
hold it down.
You know, yeah, from the '90s, but we're still doing it. Me and my brother Dave Tolliver, we're still doing it. You know
That's
what I'm
a
saying?
beautiful thing, man. I know that a lot of people may have referenced me at some time or another as what they call a chubby chaser. So you being in Men in Large, and then also working with Levert, and also I'm familiar with like Heavy D in the era where being big, large, and in charge was powerful. Do you? I think what you were doing was like really setting the tone for bigger men, and to also open up the industry to more than just what everyone was seeing. What was it like being a trailblazer for big guys?
You know, it's funny, you know, because it was, you know what, it was nice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, because, you know, coming up as a shorty when you were a big dude, you know, you wonder how people gonna feel about you, man. But once I captured the ability of singing, oh man, a whole nother world opened up, you know, because at that time, it was Dave and Jason,
Right.
That first started it. Then after a while, me and Dave got together, and Jason with the new gospel. But the experiences, man, you know, as far as being a part of that, man, was beautiful, man. You know, we started our own little clothes trend. You know what I'm saying? We were some cats. You know, we were some cats that we always look good, dressed big. You know, sometimes, you know, like now, you know, like nowadays. No disrespect, man. You know, but
Right.
You know. I be seeing big guys out here, man, that they just don't know how to dress.
They don't know how to get it together, man.
And you know, and me and my man always been blessed, you know, that wherever we go, we dress good. You know, we know how to carry this big dude. You know what I'm saying? You have to go that extra mile when you got some few extra sexy pounds on you. You know what I'm saying? and you know, so you know, but once you go that extra mile, man, you know, it's like people really embrace that, man. They respect that. You know what I'm saying? And for the fact of the matter, we had the voices, we had the big bodies, but we had the big voices too.
Right.
So that means, it just all coincided and came together. So that was beautiful right there. And still enjoying it. You know what I'm saying?
So one of my questions, man, I'm real curious about this. You know, what was it like working with the Leverts, with Gerald Levert and Levert Brothers? I mean, what was that experience like, man? And what were some of the lessons and some of the jewels that they've dropped on you, man, to help you enhance your career and go as far as you've went up to this point?
Well, when I come into the camp, man, I realized, them cats is real strict.
Right.
They was real strict on vocals, man. And they was real strict on how you did things. You know what I'm saying? And they was firm believers that if you didn't do it right, they sent you home. Whether it was in the studio or on the road.
Right.
If you didn't do it right, they sent you home.
With no pay.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You made a flew in, but you taking the next Greyhound back.
Wow. That's that old school training.
That's that old school training, and that's just the way it is, man. So and it's funny, man. They don't teach that now. It's like, man, you had to learn humility, man. You had to learn how to be humble. But you work for it. When you work, see, nowadays it's easy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go in there, man. You say one line, they can repeat the line 100 times in a song. See, back then you had to sing everything all the way through.
Right.
Until you got. There wasn't no flying no backgrounds in.
Right.
You had to sing all them backgrounds in the place. You got to, man. If it's 5 sets of backgrounds, you singing them 5 sets of backgrounds.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Man, we had it wasn't no auto tune, wasn't none of that, man. It was just your voice within the mix. And if your voice wasn't right, then your mix wasn't right. It was no pitch correction, pitch control. You had to correct yourself in them pitches.
I think that's why nowadays too, when you hear a lot of the older artists from the old school, they sound like their albums because they actually rehearsed and recorded, and it's not a lot of the studio smoke and mirrors that they put up on these songs these days.
Oh my man, tell me about it. I mean, like I said, and no disrespect to any of the cats doing it now. They doing, but they doing it the way they doing it the way they was taught.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we did it the way we was taught, and still doing it the way we was taught, because it's more, because you had to be more disciplined. You know what I'm saying? You had to be more disciplined, more in place, more stacked to what you were doing. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna roll into one of your tracks right now. I believe we're gonna play "The Shoe Is the Other Foot." Why don't you set that up and introduce this song? We're gonna play it next.
Yo, this is one of our singles. Gemini pulled this called "If the Shoe Is on the Other Foot." Relationship song. Think about it. Listen to it. You know what I'm saying? You might be going through it right now. There we go, baby. With what I do when I ran around behind your back and act like everything's okay. We've been hanging for a while now, and everything has been good. The way we kick it and enjoy life, that's the way everybody should.
If the shoe was on the other foot. So let me ask you a question that just brings a question to mind for me. Like, do you have any regrets in the music industry?
You know, I do have some regret, man, that I wasn't taught certain things or wasn't taught the business aspect of it while I was going through it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it wasn't a class, man, on how things should be done.
Right.
When you want that opportunity, man, you didn't get a chance to go study up on the opportunity, man, and go take a class or course on the opportunity, and then come back to the opportunity. You had to embrace the opportunity when it came,
right?
And then you just learned as you went along, because it's a lot of stuff I wish I'd have known before I got into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And man, that would have got me through a whole lot of other situations, man, and I could have understood it more.
Right.
But when you talking about going to school of hard knocks, man, and you learn the hands on, you really learn the hands on. So you got to deal with the good and the bad and the really.
Yes, all of that.
I thought I was supposed to get this much.
Right.
Why? Who get paid before me? How many people get paid before me?
All the people get paid before me.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And will it be anything left after they get paid?
Right.
So it's that's the only regret I have is the business end of it. You don't get a chance to brush up on it when the opportunities come. You just have to go with it, man. I hope that God sets you up. But like I said, I got some regret, but I'm glad I learned. But I'm glad I did go through it. You know what I'm saying? Because as I went through it, I learned how to embrace it more. I learned how to, I ended up getting what you call self-scan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So once I knew what to do, I knew I wasn't going back down that road again.
It seems like you learned a lot about the music industry in a way, because you have done so many different projects, not just putting out singles and not just putting out albums, but you've also ventured into acting and also making jingles. And so it seems like that's one thing that a lot of these new artists aren't learning, the different ways that they can monetize and to make money from this industry. Do you have any tips or anything you can offer to new artists that are trying to get into the industry or trying to make money in the industry?
Well, definitely, I say if you have opportunity, man, before things happen, man, do your homework in the process of you waiting on your opportunity.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do your research. Whoever's trying to give it to you, man, do your research on them. See what they're about. See how long they've been in the business. See who they've actually helped. See who they've actually taken advantage of. I mean, just right now, you see, y'all have access to right now. Everything is accessible.
Right.
It wasn't accessible then. The internet wasn't a big thing back then. They was, back in the 90s, they was just studying it. They was still getting it together. It wasn't a thing that it wasn't a thing that really changed the culture until later. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like you can go online and find, man, you can find out what color a person like. I'm like, geez, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I say do your homework, man. Definitely stay prayed up, man, and keep yourself in tune with positive people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you say something. When you're doing something, man, you always gonna have a hater. I don't care what you do. I don't care how high you go, even how low you go. You always gonna have a hater.
Absolutely.
So my thing is, man, just make sure you keep yourself around positive people and people that's going in your direction or that's going in a positive direction that can give you positive feedback. You know what I'm saying? Don't be around nobody, man. I don't think you ought to do this, man. No, this man I want, because my thing is nothing beat a failure but a try.
No question.
How you don't know you're gonna fail if you ain't never tried?
So Gemini, baby, that's I want to know, man, what was the mindset of the next track that you did called "Out of My Mind"? What inspired that track?
Right.
You know what, man? Because one thing that this industry does, man, you have time away from your home and your family.
Right.
And so when I came out with the joint, when I wrote it, man, I just had to think back, the relationships I had that actually was messed up, man, or that didn't go to their full potential, because I really didn't have the time and I wasn't supportive, because at the time I was doing my thing, it was all about me.
You was a little bit out of your mind. Is that what you trying to? That's what you trying to? The excuses you trying to make?
yeah. Because once I realized I messed up, I couldn't get it back, and I'm like, damn, now I got to start over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But then you have to learn from each experience. So yeah, when I wrote this, man, I was going through some things, man. But hey, you live, but you live and you learn.
No doubt, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Let the people hear, man, what you talking about and what you was thinking about, man, when we was doing this track right here, Out of Your Mind by Gemini, baby.
Out of my mind, feels like I'm losing it. Out of my head, and I don't know what to do. All out of love, steady trying to hold on. All out of time, 'cause I don't wanna lose you. We've been having problems for a while now, 'cause I've noticed that it has taken a toll of so much from you. And right now you're so confused, baby. You need to know that I love you, baby. You need to see that everything I do is for you. All that I want is for you and me to see some brighter days. But I understand if you're not sure where we are. Out of my mind, feels like I'm losing it. Out of my head, and I don't know what to do. All out of love, steady trying to hold on. All out of time, 'cause I don't wanna lose you. I know that it's my career, and the fact that I'm never home. I know that you shed some tears, and right now you feel alone. I know I haven't been the best in support of you. That's why right now I feel like a fool. I just need you to know that I love you, baby. I just need you to see that everything I do is for you. All I really want is for us to be better. I sincerely understand if you don't know where we stand. Out of my mind, feels like I'm losing it. Out of my head, and I don't know what to do. All out of love, steady trying to hold on.
You're listening to Media Made Music. This is AZ Chemistry, and if you didn't know, now you know. I'm here having an interview, little talk, little chopping it up a little bit with Gemini from the group Men at Large. We just listened to Out of My Mind. I like that track. That was pretty dope. That was dope. Thank you so much for joining us, man.
We gotta do what we gotta do.
I like that one. I like that. Out of my mind. You're a crooner, aren't you? I see that.
You gotta watch him over there.
You gotta watch him.
I do a little this and that, man. But you know what, man? It's just, I mean, like I say, you write for your experiences, man, and as you grow and you learn, man, you got to be one of them people, man, that ain't afraid to admit when you're wrong. Right? Ain't afraid that you made some mistakes along the way, and just hope that the mistakes that you've made and the people you hurt, man, you realize that you grow from it, man, and you get better from it. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yes. So tell us, what is what does the future hold for Gemini? What's new? What new projects are you working on? What should we be looking for?
Man, I'm pimping right now. No. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to open up this. Man, you know, since they legalized marijuana, I'm about to legalize pimping. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, one thing at a time. Slow your roll.
Watch out now. You gonna go have them boys knocking on your door, man. What you got?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Man, hey, I'm just saying, brother. You know, hey, I just saw a future. That's all. I just fulfilled the future now. Well, you know what I'm doing? You know, besides my R&B project, you know, I got records out overseas. Because I'm originally from Chicago, man. So I grew up in the house era, house music. So I'm doing
house music.
Yes, I got some house records. I got a house album I did overseas. I'm doing I think it's an R&B, the house joint. I'm working on a gospel joint now. And let me tell you something. I'm doing a country western slide song.
Wow.
What?
One of my producers, man, slid me this country. I always make a joke about doing a country. Man. So he hit it to me. I'm like, what? Okay. So I'm looking at this might flat.
Yeah.
Western slide song.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man.
You know, it's funny. A lot of people don't know or think about this, but when I was growing up, I always thought that R&B was very similar to country. Like, I always felt like if I closed my eyes when I listen to Lionel Richie and Kenny Rogers, sometimes it sound the same. You know what I mean? So I just feel like a lot of times, and then a lot of the heart and soul of the music and the lyrics, you know, about, because they talk about love and they talk about things that happen every day. So I feel like that's not a stretch, too much of a stretch going from R&B to country. So make sure you got to send us that, because we want to hear, we want to be the first ones to get a hold of that one, so we can play it. That sounds good.
It's mighty fun you said, because you know Lionel Richie got some country in him.
I agree.
So when you compare them two, I'm like, well, they ain't too far apart. Now, if he was there, something maybe like a Gerald Levert doing the country western song.
Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah, that'd be a little crazy.
That's a little bit
you know
of a
what I'm
stretch.
saying? Or Luther, you know, like the Luther was like superstar. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
that, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Don't you remember us? You know what I'm saying? Like that. Maybe. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
no
saying?
doubt.
You never
But
know.
yeah, besides that, you know, I'm doing a couple plays. My brother doing a play called The Double Life, so I'll probably go on the road with him, man. You know, getting the backgrounds and stuff together. You know, and I got some dates coming up September, October. You know, because I'm pushing this new single I got called Over You, man. I'm just, man, you know, and God, man, you know, man, God has been so awesome, man. You know, in my life. You know, I've came through some obstacles, man. You know, 'cause a few months ago I wasn't supposed to be here, my man. So my future is very bright. You know, so my eyes is open, man. You know, whatever God has for me, I'm accepting it, I'm embracing it, I'm putting forward, and if it's meant for me to do a country western song, man, I'm gonna do a country western song, man. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So man,
You mentioned
Go
that song Over You, and ironically, that's the song that we're going to be playing next.
Right.
But before we close out with that track, I would like to give you an opportunity to let everyone know your social media contacts, how they can find you, how they can book you, how they could, you know what I'm saying, how we can get you some bread over there.
Man, just look to the stars and look for the, you know, stars, man.
Watch out now.
Get on the phone like God, I need them. No, you know, my social media is Gemini Porter. You know what I'm saying? I got two pages. Facebook is Gemini Porter E. You can always inbox me. I'm always accessible. You know, I ain't one of them cats. You know, so if you inbox me, I will respond back. My Twitter is, what is it? At Gemini Porter. You know what I'm saying? My Instagram is Gemini_Porter. Just look up Gemini Porter everything, and I'm gonna pop up. You know what I'm saying? My email is also GeminiPorter@gmail.com. So like I said, I'm really accessible, man, to move around. You know, I do bar mitzvahs, you know, baby daddies, you know, I do
Bar
all,
mitzvahs. Are we gonna hear another project from Men at Large?
Yeah.
You know, we've been working on some things, man. You know, a couple of years ago we had a single I called Date Night. They ended up being like number 4 on the R&B soul charts, man. You know, we always in the lab cooking up something. You know what I'm saying?
No
We just drop it as we see. You know, we got a joint out now called it's called Raffle Shoe. I gotta look it up. I'll make sure you get a copy, send it to you, man. But you know, we just doing our thing.
No question.
Matter of fact, my partner just redid "Baby I'm Ready" by Joy Levert.
Okay.
Oh, I love that song.
And I'm in the process of right now recording "I Love You" by Lenny Williams.
No doubt.
Ooh.
So with all that being said, baby, we here at Medium Made Music, baby. We get ready to bang this track by Gemini. Over you, coming up right now.
You gotta go, baby. You gotta go, baby. I'm over you. You gotta go.